Pett Marsh, it's unique. It's approximately 6 feet below sea level. There's about 8 to 12 feet of dirt, and then you've got moorlog, which is exposed at low tide out on the beach. It's the old Andina forest. And Pett Marsh is not very old. It's no more than 500 years old. 500 years ago, ships sailed across this and tied up at Winchelsea to bring the first beer to England. I don't think I could settle anywhere else. I could never live in a wood. I love the trees, I love to walk in the woods, but if I can't see 2 or 3 miles, I'm lost. I like the marsh. You walk along these dikes, these ditches we call them out here, there's as many different plants growing in these dikes as grow under the hedges, if not more. And they're always changing, just like the hedges. This grass is kept like it is, solely for the sheep. There's a few bullocks grazing out here, and they're not good grazers. They eat the best and leave the rubbish. The sheep eat the lot. You see Mandy. She's not a shepherd, she's a looker. Sole job is to look at the sheep. And they count them every day. They're all counted, everyone's accounted for. One missing, they go and find it. They're doing the day, dead somewhere. And that's their job. Every morning, fine, wind, rain, no matter what it is, you'll find them out. I've even seen them out here in 2 foot of snow, trudging about, looking for sheep. They love their animals and they love the marsh. In the summer they get down, like today it's a real hot day. She's working with wool, so she's wearing a top. But quite often you see them out here in their bikinis. Yeah, it's a pleasure for the eye, actually. Yeah, well, it's June now, and shearing's been underway now for about 2 weeks, and they'll be going at it now till they finish. And if they keep this weather up now, they'll be able to shear quite a few thousand in a week. They shear the lambs first, so they've got a nice coat of wool before they flog them for the meat. But the old ewes have to wait. They're carrying the heavy fleeces, and they'll wait another week. Don't matter when you take the wool off the old ewe, there's always next week when she wishes she had got it back on again. Yes, it'll come cold and wet and miserable. Always does. My dad, he's taught me everything I know. He's taught me how to mend net. I wouldn't be here without him. He's got it all organised in his age, and I took over from him, and I hope my kid will take over from me. And between us, we get on all right. Yeah, I love my mum and dad. They're the best pair in the world. You couldn't get a better mum and dad than them.
You know he's as untidy as the devil. But he's a good lad. He's ever so kind-hearted, but he's a bit rough. A bit rough. The old man always says he'd prefer Hugh to put him off his chair than Jimper, but he's been a good boy. We've never had any trouble with their kids. We've had 3, but Jimper came 12 years after my oldest son, and so he was there, Benjamin. I was very pleased with him, but when the other one turned up, I don't know that we were so pleased.
Well, it doesn't matter what he does, he always gets by. Every time he gets by. He has a big problem facing him now with his huts over the road. But I think he will get by somehow, goodness knows how, but he will get by.
As far as I know, I am the last commercial kettle net fisherman around. The kettle net was introduced into England by the Normans, who landed at Battle in 1066. So it was unique to the area, the sandy bays of Hythe and Rye. It consists of a large, long net strapped to the bottom of the sea with metal or rocks or wooden fraps and a cork line which floats along the surface. The fish come along, they strike or see the net, they follow it down, in through the opening and hit the bottom, and they go round. They do figure of eights, but they just have not got the sense to go back into shallow water through the opening. We are unique, I think, because all I require from the ocean is a strip of sea about 30 feet wide and 200 yards in length from the high tide mark to the low tide mark, and the fish come to me. You don't make a living. You can just keep the wolf from the door doing this. You know, this supplies the bread and the cheese, but if you want anything else, you've got to grow your own onions. Got another mullet here, Joe.
Oh, that's handy.
We ought to have a wheelbarrow and take all the rubbish home in it. Got a big flander here, Joe. No, that's a place. It's a place. It's funny how fashion's changed. 15 years ago, we caught half a ton of bass one day. And I took them home and we couldn't sell them. And we took them out and put them out in the fields on the potatoes. And we rotted them down. And now Father says, get out there, boy, and get them bass, dig them up, bring them home. Because the bass is now the diamond of fish. It's worth more than any of the other fish we catch, pound for pound. Hello, Graham.
Hello.
What can we do for you today? What do you want?
Have some, 2 mackerels, please.
2 mackerels? Would you like a nice mullet today?
Uh,
Now, what can we do for you? Nice. There's a nice one. There's a nice one. Your mum will like that. Hey, nice and fresh. There, Graham. Hey, what money you got? How much you got? Oh, that'll do. Give me that. £1.50. There you are. Okay, Graham. Right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
See you tomorrow, Graham. One chap that knows a lot about kettle netting is old Joe Jake. Joe's been coming with Dad, fishing the nets, day and night, all weathers, since the war. And he's still going now. He can't see, but he's been doing it that long, he don't have to see. He can feel and he knows his way about.
I remember Jimper, it must be 15, 20 years ago, I suppose now, was fishing right off here with your pop, with your dad out here. Come down in the morning and that pound net was weighed right down with mackerel. Just your dad and I, we loaded that cart up and I'm dragging that cart up the top of the beach here. We've must come up 10 times with that. Well, we brought out 300 stone of mackerel, and by the time we got that lot out, your dad's getting them out and we're loading them up and bringing them back up the beach, hard as we could go, all sizable mackerel. And then, before we got done, the tide was back on us. We was up round their waist with the tide, and all we could do was tie the net down. I wouldn't like to try and pull that old cart up in.
I've been keeping bees all my life. My father kept bees, and ever since I've been able to toddle around, I've helped him. It's just grown from there. As he's give up, I've took over. Now we have 2 hives in front of the house so that Dad can look at his bees. Okay. And so that's on. He comes with me everywhere we go when we go beeing. Feeling well enough, we put him in the Land Rover and off we go. Yeah, Dad, here's 2 combs. A bit granulated, I think.
Oh,
Well, left out a little bit.
before.
A good hive of bees will make £3 of honey a day, but they'll also eat £3 of honey a day. Nice colour, Dad. Bit of rope there. So really they gather 6, and you only take 3. You can only take the surplus. And I don't believe in taking the honey and feeding them sugar. If they've gathered the honey, they keep it. Oh, this is an old comb, Dad. One of you had in the war, I should think. Oh.
I think there's a good many of them still.
There is a lot of them still. Yeah, they don't rot, do they?
No.
We put that in there and we'll see what we get out. Nice bit of honey. Sitting in, that's it. Put it away.
I like her little bunches of flowers better.
I don't know what makes a beekeeper. It's not like you read in the Sunday papers, a hive at the bottom of the garden, go down there Sunday morning with turn the tap on and get a jar of honey. This is the first year we've had any honey for 3 years.
Good heavens, sir. You think I'm
We're going to need Saint behind you. You want to taste a bit, Mum?
No, thank you. I don't like any of those.
I love it up here at this lake. It's a complete contrast to what I'm used to. You can't hear the sea here. You've got the trees, the birds, and nobody knows where I am. That's the beauty of it. Hey, look, little side, Mark.
Not so good, Jimper.
You've got a bit of bread. You get some more in these, you know.
I think so.
You want to see the rudd here, Mark? There's a shoal of them swimming over top of a cloud of mud whose swans turned up. So tiny old rudd there has some good fish too. Well, many years ago, I went rudd fishing this type of day in summer. I used very, very fine line. And I got home, had a good day. Went to go out dancing with a girl. But have a shave, lathered my face up, went to put the razor up to my left ear, and there was my fly stuck in my earlobe. And I couldn't get it out, so dressed, changed, went and collected the girl, and the first port of call that night, one of the pub at the hospital, had the fly took out. And boy, did that bleed. I had a white shirt on. And she never went out with me again, huh? She didn't like bleeding blokes.
There's a good few in there, Jimper.
If you come out here at night, you can hear this noise. We call it eels kissing. It's always a good sign the eels are on the move. They're out the mud, they're up on the surface, sucking at the weed. And when we was kids, we used to trawl all these eels with a little trawl. One side of the dick, one the other. And we loved to hear them kissing. There she goes. Let's see what we got here. Well, these little eels are good for jellying, but they're a black eel. They're black with orange bellies, and the trade doesn't like them so much.
That's a shame.
Right, let's get her up. Oh, it's a bit of weight here, Mark.
Oh, too bad.
Nice. Nice lot. Oh, there's a lovely tension there. Oh, look at that beautiful old doctor fish. Look at that. He's a lovely boy, isn't he? Wouldn't the boys like to catch him on a rod and line? Come on, old chap. Look at that. Got a mark on him, look. He do my finger a power of good, he will, rubbing on that.
Oh, look, Jimper, we've got a jackpot
I
here.
see him jumping there.
Oh, put him back. There you go.
He's nice. We'll have him when he's 50 pounds.
Yeah,
He was what about that then? That lovely, that cut, that tench.
Right.
That big old tench, we call him the doctor fish, was supposedly if another fish gets injured, he'd go and rub himself alongside of a tench, and the slime on the tench makes it better. It was nice, it was a joy to see that one. I haven't seen one for a long time. And that would be a nice fish to angler to catch.
I used to get that on a rod and line.
Yeah. Well, it's a nice day and you've seen how the fishing's done. There's a plenty of shrimps about and I promised the kids some shrimps for tea, so now I'll show you how we catch a few shrimps in Rye Bay. First we have to put the old net together. You'll notice it's a big mesh net, it's prawn net, because we don't want small ones. We sieve them as we catch them. Right, let's go and see what there is. An hour before low water to an hour after low water. That is the time to catch a shrimp. But don't ask me what is the best day in the year to go shrimping, because there is no such thing. Either the shrimps are here or they're not. In the autumn, we get opping shrimps. We call them opping shrimps because they're small and they're always coming up picking them. Spring shrimps are usually the biggest. And this year we had a good lot of shrimps. But some years we don't get a shrimp, you can't fill a teacup all day. When I was a nipper, there used to be 30, 40 people out here pushing shrimp nets. Now you don't see any. I mean, they go and buy frozen prawns, peeled prawns, rather than come and catch shrimps. All the houses around here used to have a shrimp net laying up on the beach and a shrimp pot out the back door for cooking shrimps, but not now. It's a dying art. Yeah, they'll smash it. Oh. It's a treat for the kids. I won't fish for shrimps commercially, though. You could earn a bit of money at it, but for me, I do it just for ourselves. And what we catch, we eat. There.
Thanks.
Want you shrimp?
They're lovely. Here, Diggles. I'm not bigger than Diggles.
Want Claire?
They're nice, Daddy. Do it. They're lovely.
Yes, yeah.
They're a bit hot, Dad.